In this video, I will teach you about the ICT's 3 drives pattern. Now, no one seems to be talking about this concept, but in fact, this is one of the most powerful concepts and one of the most powerful patterns when it comes to ICT trading. So what exactly is it? So basically, first of all, on the higher time frame, right, we have to mark out our POI. So let's say that we are in a bearish auto flow. We would be taking short positions because we are in a bearish auto flow, right? Now, this pattern has the highest win rate if used with proper context. And I'm going to teach you every single thing about this. So don't worry, okay? I'm going to teach you a specific strategy for this pattern. So don't worry. So over here, you can see we have bearish auto flow. So we would be taking trades in that direction. So let's assume that there is an auto block right here, right? So this would be our entry area. Now, what is a 3 drive pattern? So before price comes into your POI, it will make a higher high, and then the last higher high. So basically we have one higher high, the second higher high, and the third higher high. Now that is called 3 drives pattern. We have first drive, the second drive, and then the third drive. Now, if this pattern occurs and the third pattern hits your POI, you can simply just go short, right? Now, this is a bit risky entry technique. I'm gonna teach you further when we go further in the video. I'm gonna teach you an exact strategy that I use with this pattern. This is pretty much the 3 drives pattern, guys. You just need to mark out your POI, right? And then you have to look for this pattern. So we have one liquidity sweep and then the second liquidity sweep. So 2 liquidity sweeps, and the third drive, it goes into your POI. Or there's another scenario where you have, 3 drives into your POI. So over here you can see we have one drive, right? And we have the second drive, and then we have the third drive, all in the POI. So that is possible as well. Okay, this can happen as well. As long as the price is in the POI, you should be good to go. All right. So I will repeat it one last time. You have your POI, you have your first drive, pullback, second drive, pullback, and third drive. Liquidity sweep 2 times, right? One liquidity sweep here, and then one liquidity sweep here. 1, 2, 3. So how do you basically use this as a strategy? So here's the strategy, right? Let's assume that we are in a bearish trend, right? We are going down. Now we have to trade with the trend. So let's say there is a POI right here, right? That is from where you are looking to, take your entry from. Now, to increase your win rate by like insane amounts, right? You have to look for this pattern. Now, let's say that you marked out your POI on the 4-hour time frame, because we go from 4-hour time frame to 15-minute time frame. Or if you're trading the daily time frame, you would go from daily to 1 hour. So on the 4-hour time frame, the auto flow is bearish. So we are simply looking for this specific pattern, right? Once we have the POI marked out on the 4-hour time frame, you want to drop down to 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so you have your POI on the 4-hour, then we will drop down to 15 minutes time frame. And on the 15 minutes time frame, we are going to look for the 3 drive pattern. That is going to look something like this. So what do we have? So this is the 4-hour structure, and this right here is the 15-minute structure. So you can see we have the first drive, then a pullback, the second drive, pullback, and third drive, right? So first drive is here, the second drive takes out the high of the first drive, and then the third drive takes out the high of the second drive, and the third one goes into the POI, right? If it doesn't go to the POI and then you have a pullback, right, then that works as well, because now this one becomes the first drive, this one becomes the second drive, and then you have the third drive. So how do you actually enter of this pattern? So let me zoom in a bit. So let's say we have the first drive, then the second drive, and then the third drive. So we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then a higher high. Now, once you are here, look at so this is the first drive, this is the second drive. Look at the second drive here, you want to mark the highest closed candle, right? So let's assume that there is the candle. This is the highest closed candle. You want to mark that candle out. So this is going to look something like that. All right. In the second drive, remember that. Now, all you are simply looking for is price to close below that candle, right? And then you would be looking to take your entry from the retest of that level. This is pretty much it, guys. You would take your entry and you can target these lows or sell side liquidity or closest target or 1 to 2. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So let me give you guys a couple of examples, and this is gonna clear every single thing. All right, guys, so here is example number 1. I'm looking at your USD, and first of all, look at the order flow. We are clearly bearish here, right? So now let's study what happened here over around here, right? So we have this order block. So on the 4-hour time frame, I marked out my POI, which is this. So now what I would do is I would simply drop down to 15 minutes time frame, and let's study what happened here. So before price came into our POI, notice what happened. So we have a first drive, then a pullback, then we have the second drive, and then a pullback, and then we got the third drive right here, right? Very simple, guys. You have to look for this pattern and make sure the market structure is very clean when it comes to these 3 drives. Okay, it has to be clean drives. It has to be clean market structure. So for example, here we have a higher high and then a pullback, a clean higher low, then we have a higher high and then a higher low here, and then we have the third drive going right into our POI. Now how do you enter? Remember, this is the first drive and this is the second drive. So now the highest up close candle is from where we're going to take our entry, right? So over here you can see we have this candle right here, and now for this entry technique, the credit goes to Trade X. He's on YouTube. This entry technique is by him, and it works absolutely insanely. You could simply look to take your entry from the fair value gap as well, but this one is a bit better. So simply mark out the highest up close candle of the second drive, right? And then we have the third drive into our POI. Now notice what happened. The candle closed below this candle. So if we are simply looking to take our entry from the retest of this candle right here. And that's pretty much it, guys. You would simply go for 1 to 2, or you target these lows here or these lows here. You can go for 1 to 3. So let me give you guys a couple of more examples. All right, guys, so here is example number 2. I'm looking at GBP USD. So over here, you can see that this liquidity pool around here, right? This is also a PD area. So price took out this liquidity sweep. So let's see what happened on the 15 minutes time frame, right? So if we zoom out a bit, what you can see is, first off, we have the first drive here, 1 pullback, the second drive, right? Then we have this big pullback, and then the third drive goes into our POI, which is also the liquidity level around here, right? Now, remember, we mark out the highest up closed candle in this example of the second drive. So we have the first drive, pullback, second drive, and then pullback and third drive. Look at the second drive here, the highest candle, right? You want to mark the candle like that, and then just drag it along. What happens? Price goes into your POI, right? Very simple. And price comes back, closes below it, and then on the retest, you can see we have the entry. Very easy. Very, very easy, guys. This is an insane pattern, and thanks to TradeX, we have this entry pattern that you can use with your trades. Let me give you guys one more example and then I'll end the video. All right, guys, so here's the last example. I'm looking at Euro GBP on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that the order flow is bullish. So we're going to trade in that direction. Before moving on to the example, I want to talk about my community, Fast SMC community. It is priced at $97 at the moment. It used to be around $200, but a lot of people emailed me, so I decreased the price to $97. Now, why you should join my community, right? Why you should join my course? for just $97, you get these benefits. So you get a private Discord server where I share my own trades, right? You get monthly course update with new videos, weekly Q&A and more. And then you have your awesome community of successful traders, right? Now, for the course content, if you're just a beginner, you can watch the basics about SMC or ICT. We got the auto blocks, we got the fair value gap, premium and discount. Now, the basic trading strategies section is for people who do not want to trade with daily bias. These strategies work without daily bias. You don't need daily bias. And then you have the ICT essentials that you need to learn in order to move to the advanced trading strategies, right? You have all the ICT essentials that you need to know. And then we have the advanced trading strategies section. These require daily bias. And I actually teach you how to find your daily bias with market maker models. And we got the risk management for prop firms. We got the silver bullet with bias. I got some proof around here, pass the challenge, students passing the challenge and whatnot. So the course is off till 1st October. You can get it right now. This is like your best chance. All right, let's move on to the example. So over here, you can see we have this auto block here and price came into this auto block and then we had the push. So let's study what exactly happened here on the 15 minutes time frame. So what do you notice here? Can you spot the 3 drive pattern here, guys? Well, here it is. We have the first drive, pull back, the second drive, pull back, and then the third drive. I'm using the fractals indicator by Rachel T. You can put this on, it will show you the correct highs and lows. So right here, we have the first drive, pull back, second drive, pull back, and then the third drive goes into our auto block. Now remember, the second drive. Now we're gonna use the lowest closed candle here, right? This is gonna be our entry zone. The price taps into this level and then we want to look for a reclaim of that level, and that happens right here. The candle closes here. Now we're simply looking for an entry on the retest of this level. So price comes into this level, we have our entry, and as you can see, we just I was about to say something really fishy, but yeah, we just went way high. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys maybe on the weekend or maybe next weekend, who knows, right? See you guys. Mwah.